Welcome to Noxium, where police power meets public accountability.
This episode is brought to us by BP Visit. Be sure to check the link below, subscribe to his channel, and give him the credit he deserves. In this episode, Auditor BP Visit heads to Lynx Lou in LA to film using his camera and drone. Almost immediately, a staff member rushes out, demands he stop, and calls the police without hesitation. When officers arrive, one handles the situation completely incorrectly, wrongly attempting to charge the auditor with antisocial behaviour for simply filming in public.
Just make a little video on Botfree Group at the moment.
What for?
Oh, just for social media.
No, I don't want it done, thanks.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Well, it's our company and I'm asking you not to do it.
Well, I can see it from the road, so...
Yeah, well, can you not film, please?
Well, I will, but I will also... Call the police for someone with a camera?
Well, yeah, because you've done it them over there.
Yes. And I got my drone as well, so we'll be sending the drone over to get some drone footage, so...
You're not doing it?
If you're doing 911, not 999, 101, sorry. 999?
Yeah,
what are you going to report? A man with...
Please.
Oh, let me hear this. Man with a camera.
Please. It's harassment.
You've come out and harassed me, I'm not harassing you.
Hi there, and there's just on the industrial estate in Loud, and there's a strange chap walking around filming businesses and sending drones up and taking footage and just, well, being pretty nosy.
The worker immediately calls the police on the auditor, describing him as a strange chap recording businesses. Yet there is nothing unusual or suspicious about the auditor's actions. He has clearly explained his purpose, making it evident that he is not attempting to conceal anything. The worker also tells the call handler that the auditor is being nosy, but curiosity is not a crime. Public photography is entirely lawful, and simply taking an interest in a business does not warrant a police response. This is yet another example of uninformed individuals wasting police resources over a lawful activity simply because they disapprove of it. Rather than handling the situation rationally, the worker escalates it immediately, demonstrating a complete lack of understanding of public rights. When the police arrive, they deliver a shocking display of authority, prioritizing emotion over the law as they attempt to wrongfully charge the auditor.
We've been called about somebody matching your description.
Absolutely, yeah, I'll give them the video. I'm still there when you called. I think it's this one that called you, wasn't it?
So what's the crack? What's going on?
Just a bit of videoing today.
Sorry?
Just doing a bit of videoing today.
Okay, what's the purpose of the video?
My purpose, really?
No. What's the purpose of the video?
Sorry? No. My purpose, really. Thank you.
What is the purpose of the video?
Do I have to answer that question?
Well, yeah, because it may be that you're breaking the law by if you...
Doing what? What law do you think I've broken?
Well, we'll start with GDPR rules.
Okay, that's nothing to do with the police. Is it?
Is it not?
No. And it isn't anyway, because I'm in public. I can film anything I can see in public, can't I?
Yeah, you can film in public,
yeah.
But if you're overflying private premises and videoing stuff that's on there, then that becomes a little bit of an issue.
No, incorrect, officer. I'm sorry, you're incorrect.
During the exchange, the officer makes an absurd claim, insisting that the auditor has broken the law under GDPR regulations. Without hesitation, the auditor shuts him down, clarifying that GDPR has no relevance for law enforcement in this context. The General Data Protection Regulation is designed to govern how businesses and organizations handle personal data. It does not apply to private individuals filming in public spaces. Despite this being a basic legal distinction, many officers still fail to understand it, often misusing GDPR as a blanket excuse to challenge lawful public photography. Rather than applying the correct laws, the officer is grasping at straws, throwing out legal terms he clearly does not comprehend in an attempt to justify unnecessary intervention.
So every aeroplane, hot air balloon, glider goes over, they're not allowed to video, is that what you're saying?
Well, aeroplanes won't be able to pick up as much detail as a drone overflying some specific premises.
Small aeroplanes.
What is the purpose behind? What interest do you have in filming?
It's fine. I like industrial estates. So I've got industrial estates making videos of companies I find interesting. Are you recording?
No.
It's flashing. There's a green light flashing.
Yes, it is.
Is that recording?
Flashing red, then I'll be recording.
Right, okay.
The green is not recording. So
right.
What law have I broken?
We don't know, you see. So we don't know that. So, but if you are not recording, that's fine. But you would have, one of your procedures you would have broke if you hadn't told me that.
Why is that?
Because you have to inform me. As when you mentioned GDPR.
I can film anything I want in public. You've just come back.
No, not you. No, you're filming it as a company. You're an officer working for the law. You have to, by GDPR rules, you have to tell me. Like the sign on the gate there saying they're filming people.
Rather than acknowledging the point, the officer attempts to be clever, turning the auditor's own words against him. "I can film anything I want in public," he claims, but his effort to outsmart the auditor backfires completely. The auditor responds immediately, reminding him that as a police officer, he is subject to GDPR regulations, which require officers to inform individuals when recording with body-worn cameras. This moment perfectly exposes the hypocrisy under which many officers operate. They challenge lawful public photography when it suits them, yet disregard their own obligations when it comes to accountability.
GDPR works that way. Do you not understand that GDPR works that way?
Okay. So, what are we going to do about you filming? Because it's clearly causing annoyance to people.
That's not my problem. I'm in a public area filming. I'm not annoying anybody. They're annoying me, to be honest. They're actually annoying me. And they're annoying me. They come out and annoy me. He did. They annoyed me. I don't report them because I thought, well, just go back to work and leave me to it. So if you think I'm breaking any laws, then please quote the laws I'm breaking. Because I'm not breaking any law here.
This is a prime example of poor policing, where instead of enforcing the law, officers attempt to manage emotions, even when no crime has been committed. The auditor is lawfully filming in public, and whether someone finds it irritating or uncomfortable is entirely irrelevant from a legal perspective. Police officers are not feelings enforcers. Yet, repeatedly, they involve themselves in situations where no law has been broken simply because someone dislikes what is happening. This officer's response demonstrates that he has no legitimate grounds to intervene. As a result, he resorts to policing feelings, attempting to pressure the auditor into leaving. But discomfort does not override legal rights, and any officer should know better than to act as if it does.
You seem a bit annoyed and that you can't get me on anything. That's wrong, isn't it, surely?
It's not the fact that I can't get you on anything. It's just that if you are causing somebody enough annoyance, and they're worried about people's private details being published on the internet and what have you, because there are certain things that are visible from or to your drone camera.
Yeah.
And they are rightly concerned that those will be published on the internet.
Absolutely. Can be concerned. Put them inside. Because anybody, I can go on that public path and fly my drone. I could have been secretly. I let them know what I'm doing.
Okay. But from their point of view,
yeah.
Can you see why it would cause an annoyance if you are entirely in the right and you are exercising your right as a person to do something that they don't want you to do?
Yeah.
And you refuse to stop them if being asked, even though it's their premises that are affected by your actions.
So they said there, we're highly secret, blah, blah, blah. They're a fragrance company. I'm like, highly secret fragrances, really? You know, people really build themselves up to be bigger than they are, just to try to stop people exercising their God-given right, legal rights in this country. Legal rights in this country to video anything I can see from a public place.
Many companies behave as though their internal policies override the law, insisting that filming their premises is illegal, even when it clearly is not. Security guards, managers, and even employees frequently misuse terms like GDPR, privacy laws, and company policies, despite having no legal authority to enforce them against members of the public. This behavior is rooted in control, not legality. Rather than acknowledging that public photography is lawful, businesses often escalate situations, threaten police involvement, or attempt to suppress activity they dislike. By calling this out, the auditor exposes a widespread problem in which private entities falsely claim powers they do not possess, attempting to intimidate the public instead of respecting their rights.
I can video anything I can see from public place.
Does it not then become an issue because you can't see it from a public place because your drone is going into a private place to take these images?
It's flying over in the airspace, which is controlled by the Civil Aviation Authority, and I obey all the laws for flying my drone. Civil Aviation Authority, there's no restrictions flying in this area, on this estate, wherever, so I can fly my drone free will all over this place. I feel you're annoyed. I don't understand. You're not the feelings police. You've got to remember this. You're not the feelings police. You're here to feel.
I'm not the feelings police. I just find it incomprehensible that,
But you're like him. It's not up to you to understand what I'm here to do. It's not up to you to understand that, is it? If I'm here and not breaking any law, then basically you need to just walk away and let them know he's not breaking any law. Leave him to it.
What makes this situation even worse is that the auditor is forced to tell the officer to walk away, something that should not even need to be said. A police officer should not remain at a scene where no crime is taking place, lingering simply because they feel annoyed or uncomfortable. Instead of acting professionally and disengaging, This officer chooses to stay, making it clear that the issue is not with the law, but with the auditor himself. This is a textbook example of poor policing. Rather than upholding legal rights, the officer treats personal frustration as justification for continued involvement. It further highlights the ongoing problem of police policing feelings instead of enforcing the law.
A delivery is out in the yard waiting to be picked up, and people's, their clients' details, addresses, whatever you are.
Mm-hmm. Tell me this, officer. Do they have the right to tell me to stop videoing?
I think they've probably got the right to stop you from overflying their premises.
No, you're wrong.
Well,
you're wrong. You're incorrect.
I think they probably do.
I think you're incorrect.
If you look at the contracts when you buy a house, the property you own, then you also own the airspace above it. It doesn't stop at the roof of the house.
Maybe you do. That's all a bit grey, but...
So if you're overflying their property, then that does become a point where...
Right. Can you hear in the sky?
Sorry?
Can you hear in the sky? There's an airplane flying over.
Yes, there is.
So has he asked him if he can fly over his property? He's gone over his property.
Just as the officer continues with their weak argument, perfect timing delivers the ultimate counterpoint. A plane flies overhead, and the auditor immediately seizes the moment, pointing to the sky and asking the officer, do they have to ask permission to fly over someone's property? This instantly dismantles the officer's flawed logic. The officer is left speechless because the answer is obvious. Airspace is not owned by private businesses. Similarly, drones operating within legal height limits and airspace regulations do not require permission from landowners to fly overhead. This moment perfectly illustrates the absurdity of both the business and the police attempting to dictate where someone can legally operate a drone. The auditor's quick thinking exposes just how weak and uninformed their stance truly is, making it clear that the officer had no legitimate grounds to challenge him in the first place. Thanks for watching.